Yeah, I know. And then my eyes.
We are live, Brian. We are live. We were just talking about that. That's so crazy. Hey, everybody. Welcome to the Connecting Faith and Business Summit speaker series. And I'm so excited to have I'm actually a co MC this year. Absolutely thrilled. And my co MC is right there, Brian Kennedy Jr. Say hi, everybody, Brian.
Hello, hello, hello. Yeah, you want to come just for us too. I promise. It's going to be worthwhile.
It is not going to be scripted. We're just off the cuff, just going crazy. Yeah. Okay. So we were just talking about how whenever a broadcast goes live, you're always making the funniest face. And as we were talking about that, it went live. So this is real. This is authentic. It's all good. It's all good. Well, today we are continuing our conversation about the Connecting Faith and Business Summit, which is in its 15th year. Like, can you believe it?
Oh, it's nuts to think of. It's been 15 years.
It's
Like, what? Come on.
Well, people, I'm sure the world know that you are Brian Kennedy Jr. There might be one person who doesn't know who you are. You are the son of someone who's kind of famous, which must be like hard, like living in the shadow of such an amazing woman and man. Your parents are like phenomenal, but maybe just on your wonderful graces, tell us a little bit about who you are and what you do for this wonderful company called Ampact.
Oh, and with the mug. Oh, my Mary, you are too good. But yes, thank you, thank you. Hello, everyone. I'm Brian Kennedy Jr. I'm the entrepreneur ecosystem director here at Ampact Business Capital. And so we know that with our mission of financing and fostering business success from cradle to legacy, there are a lot of factors that go into that. Even the how do you actually qualify for the financing? And then after you get it, how do you use it effectively? Are you getting good coaching? Are you a part of community that can help you grow and get you access to opportunity and possibilities and solutions? And so I bring all of that together in one cohesive ecosystem, which is within our mobile app and in our space-based business resource center, which I'm more than happy to talk all day, every day about. But we're bringing it all together this year for the 15th year at the Connecting Faith and Business Summit. We're excited to talk about why your business dream is bigger than that. So that's a little bit about me and what I do as well.
That's awesome. Well, you just happened to drop one of my questions just now. You mentioned the bigger than that. So every year there's a theme. Oh, and by the way, we didn't mention, not that you need to mention it, but your beautiful mother is Hilda Kennedy, who founded this
Yes.
event 15 years ago.
Yes.
And
Yes.
I was just curious. I mean, 15 years ago, you were, I don't know, 3 years old. I don't know how old are you?
Yes, Mary.
Were you toddling
Yeah.
around at the first one? I don't know. Just wondering.
So I was an intern in high school at the first Connecting Faith and Business Summits. And so I've seen this since its inception at an early age, not being as involved though, and just kind of volunteering and helping where I can and seeing so many people happy and excited and connecting. But now seeing the breadth of what this summit does, it's empowering and being able to be a part of it even more in depth now after seeing it develop over 15 years. This vision has become a true beautiful reality of seeing faith-based leaders, business owners really connect and get access to opportunities that you don't know when you don't know. So I'm
Right. I
grateful,
love that.
really
I'm always
grateful.
saying that when you attend this event, every year I've been, and I've probably been maybe 5 years, or so. But the Holy Spirit is actually palpable in the room.
Mhm.
There is so much. It's like a safe place to share why you put the Lord in the center of your business, and how He has created prosperity in your life by honoring Him. I'm like, it's absolutely nuts. So, but let me ask you these questions. I know you're busy. You're out in the obviously in a playground somewhere. Are you there just having fun, or what are you doing out
I,
there?
I love it. Oh yeah, just kicking around. Yeah, I'm in transit,
Playing
so
some
I took a quick
b-ball?
pause. Right,
Oh,
right.
good, good.
Some soccer.
Nice. Oh, yeah, you're a soccer coach. That's right. That's the other thing you
Yes.
do. Wow.
Mhm.
Well, no grass grows beneath your feet. All right, let's get to my first question, which is, why did the committee choose the theme, "It's bigger than that"?
Oh, that is probably my favorite question. So, and this is really where, when we talk about our vision of financing and fostering business success from cradle to legacy, that legacy is bigger than what you're envisioning today, because it's going to live past you. And when we talk about your entrepreneurial dream, it really is bigger than that. You have no idea the impact that your business can have on so many lives. Did we think that this Connecting Faith and Business Summit 15 years later would be this big? No. Did we dream that it was this big and that it's going to be even bigger? No. And so this is the inspiration that we have to give because of our testimony and share the greatness that God has exemplified through us and through the work we're doing as the nation's first faith-based SBA lender. And to be able to share that inspiration and share the resources and the success stories and the partners who can help you achieve that dream that's bigger than that. Oh, you can't beat it. And so that theme is so relevant to us in this 15th year of Connecting Faith and Business. And we really want everybody to feel that and really be empowered by it.
That's awesome. I literally have shivers when you talk, Brian. Like it's so inspiring. I'm like, yeah, yeah, say it there. Well, actually, I was just seeing we have so many people on watching us today. I love that. Karen Rashid is actually the person that introduced me to Connecting Faith and Business. And she's like, you have to come to this event. You'll be so filled up when you leave. And she was so right. So thank you, Karen, for joining us. And we have Dawn Maurice. And she said, well said, Brian. Exactly what we're seeing. And, even Steve Areno here says it's great to see you, which is
My
awesome.
guy.
All right. So my second question is, we talk about that, right? We have people
Yeah.
from all types of industries, all levels of business, just starting out, people in the middle, maybe they're, ready to level up their business, or maybe they're at the
Yes.
end of their business and they're looking to reach down and pull other people up and show them like,
Yes.
oh my gosh, jump over this landmine. Like, don't go down that path. It looks shiny and fun, but
Yeah.
don't do that. You'll regret
Right.
it. I regretted what this, you know what I mean? Like people who can give that wisdom, which is awesome. But
Power.
how have you seen faith and business come together to help people, not just at this conference, but in your business?
Yeah, that's probably my. I said the last one was my favorite question, Mary. You're good at this. Oh my goodness. So when we talk about connecting faith and business, how we've seen that, well, starts with our origin, right? So the SBA, the Small Business Administration, has had certified development companies or SBA lenders
Okay.
throughout history, but never in the history of this country has there been a focus on faith and how it really does connect business. You think
Right.
about a church community. How many of the members of a church are business owners and they just don't know about the other business owners in their community? They could be looking for services everywhere else, but the spiritual house where you congregate every week has solutions within that community. And so we've
With people
seen
you
that.
can trust, right? People that you can trust. You know their heart. You know they answer to a higher power. I mean, that's
Yeah.
Hebrew National Hot Dog slogan. We answer to a higher power, right? And when isn't it like beneficial to find people who share your faith that
Yeah.
you can put a trust in them because someone might be watching over them.
It's so true, Mary. It's so true. Just maybe might be ordering their steps, especially when we talk about prayer being a part of the business plan. Look, you can't beat God's plan for your business. You can't, even if you think you are the smartest person in the world. And we've seen that through the business owners we've worked with. And the one example that I like to share from last year's Connecting Faith and Business Summit, we had one of our faith-based leaders, one of our church leaders from Texas fly in to share an awesome testimony of how their church facility was used to incubate a business that was a member of their
Oh,
congregation.
that's right. They owned a coffee shop or something, or coffee
Yes,
brewing or
coffee
something,
roasting.
roasting.
Yes, yes. And they are now in 49 states across the country because they incubated through that community and got
Really?
connected through that.
I didn't know
Crazy.
they grew like that. That's amazing.
Yeah,
I remember, and it
blew
was during the
up.
pandemic when they couldn't
Yep,
find a place because
yep,
everybody was like, no, 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 no. And the church says, you know
yep.
what? We're going to take a chance on you. God's got this covered. And they opened the doors and created this space for them. It was so inspiring.
Yeah,
Um,
yeah.
yeah, the stories that, and that's another thing to bring it back to, is that all the speakers we've been talking about, we haven't been giving away all the goodness. We've been teasing, because we want people to buy a ticket. Let's be transparent here. We want you to buy a ticket and come to this event. And there's a few incentives, by the way. So if you've been more than once, you let us know at registration and you're going to get a legacy star for every year, right? So you're going to say, look at me. I've got stars upon Mars. I've been here more than once, which is fun. And the second thing is we want you to bring your team because, as we talked about yesterday in the event walkthrough, Brian, it is so powerful that we all hear things with different lenses, I guess. I mean, you think
Yes.
about eyes, but we hear things from our own perspective. And so if you bring your team members, when you have like your event wrap it, back at the office on Friday or the next week, you can say, oh my gosh, what did everybody learn from each of these speakers? And if everybody
Yes.
takes notes, you're going to be able to share like, oh no, I heard this and I gleaned this and oh, I got this idea. Right.
Right.
So I
Right.
think it's really important to bring your team, or maybe it's a power partner, somebody who maybe you are in the same, different industries, but market to the same type of company. You guys could like bounce off ideas if you learn, because that's what's cool about this event. People are sharing their successes and their failures,
Yes.
right? I mean, doesn't that, Brian, do you find that that's helpful when somebody shares, like,
Can't beat
this
it.
is what happened to me, and I please don't ever do this because I made that mistake, right?
Man, you can save so much time and money just getting one good piece of advice. We
Right,
dedicated a whole day to giving you great guidance and success stories and failures and lessons learned. Who knows what kind of value you'll get, not only from the information, but the people you'll meet. That that you can't emphasize the power of people. And
right,
we're big on that. And that's
right.
really where we want to continue to emphasize. Bring your community, tell your church, tell the members within your personal and your business circles so we can really be empowered together.
I love it. Yeah, it's so true. Lisa just said success and failure is so true, right? We do. We learn from all that. And so that I was bringing that up because we have a cool new thing this year that if you bring a friend, you get a raffle ticket to win a cool prize. If you bring 10 friends, you get 10 raffle tickets. You bring 50 friends, you may get 50 raffle tickets. So it's really important. We're trying to encourage you to bring that team. As Brian had said, whoops, Brian had said, it's just so important to have people surround you. And that's another neat thing about this event. You're in a room that is, everyone has your best interest in mind. There's people there like, obviously, the SBA is going to be there, which I have to say, side note, when I first attended with Karen, there's this whole thing about, oh, business, government and faith, never, that whole fallacy, the separation of church and state, which is not what everybody thinks it is in the
Yeah.
Bible
Yeah.
and in the Constitution. Anyways, but I remember, you kind of buy into that thought. And when I
Yeah.
saw the SBA director speaking at our event, and in fact I interviewed her when she was the local regional, now she's the federal SBA
SBA
director.
administrator. Yeah.
Isabel, she was one of the speakers at our event. Like,
Yes, she was.
I mean, she's a full-blown Christian. Like, she puts her faith into action to help small businesses now across the country. At the time it was local, but I remember being shocked the SBA is at this event. Like, wow, what does that say? It gave me hope, is what I'm trying to say. It gave me hope
Man.
that we are going to be okay.
Yeah. Look. And this is, you can't emphasize when you have a compass, a guide that is smarter than you, who created you, and
Oh,
is dedicated to nothing but your best interest. It might help to be around people who are following that same guide.
right,
And we emphasize that through our core values as well. But one of our core values, we talk about having grace and faith with a servant's heart.
right.
Imagine just alone doing business with people who have grace and faith with a servant's heart. That's really what this summit embodies. And
Right.
we love bringing powerful people together to make
Yeah.
impact happen.
Yeah. Yeah. That's awesome. That's awesome. Yay. All right, cool. So I had one other question here. So I mean, bottom line, we've talked a lot about this, but oh, somebody's fast going by you. Okay.
Thank
Sorry.
you. Sorry
Squirrel.
about that.
Okay. No, it's all good. You're real. People love authentic, Brian. This is awesome. Okay. So, bottom line, Brian, I mean, we have this event. It's named Connecting Faith and Business. We bring together faith-based leaders in all types of industries. It's going to be there to answer questions, not only going to speak on stage, but they're literally going to be in the audience with breaks that you can literally walk up and go, hey, based on that thing you said, like, do you have a resource for that? Or can I ask you a quick question? Right? Like, they're like,
Yes.
yes,
Yes.
that's what they're there for. They have committed to being in the audience, staying the whole day. So they will be there available to you when you attend this event. But again, because we've kind of talked all about this, but what does connecting faith mean to you personally, Brian? Because you, like I said, you grew up in this and now you work it every day. You work at Ampac, that is a faith-based lending capital company. What does it really mean to you?
Mary, the reality of faith is that you're so much more intentional with how you live your life. And when it comes to doing business with real people, you have to be real. And one thing that I really I can't be more grateful for is that when you operate in faith, you operate with a spirit of servant leadership, very, very authentically. And when we get people who are reaching out, because we do SBA loans, right? And everybody that is looking for capital may not be ready for the type of capital that we offer. But other, I'll say, non faith individuals and organizations just have a different approach to how they treat people who they can't make money from, right? Can't
Right,
service, as we say. But
right,
how we've operated since our origin has been, hey, we can't help you with this, but how can we help you in other ways? How can we plug you into other opportunities to help you get to the goal you want? And that, once again, grace and faith with a servant's heart. That servant's heart is probably the realest part of faith. What do churches do? They serve community. And that's what we do. We serve community. And if we could share a good word about our good Lord along the way, glory be to God. And if we could share a testimony about how it is possible, glory be to God. And at the end of it, it's all to give glory to God in what we do and how we serve. And that's really what faith means to us. And we're grateful to exemplify that every year.
mic drop. What are we going to do with you? That's
Come MC with
awesome.
me at the
Exactly.
summit.
That's right. Come on and meet Brian live and in color. I love it. It's so true. And thank you, everyone who has been commenting and sharing how much you agree with this way of thinking. And we encourage you to please share this live on your page. I know we're not supposed to say share because Facebook, for some reason, slaps your hand. So I sprinkle this amongst your community. On your LinkedIn, on your Twitter, on your Facebook, on your Instagram. It's important to share the news because we are literally 1 week and 1 day away from this event. And I'd hate for you guys to say, gosh, I should have gone. I would have been really great. And even if you can't stay the whole day, come meet a couple people. I always talk about divine appointments, that the Lord has somebody waiting there for you that you don't know, that is who's waiting there for you, and might say, "Oh my gosh, somebody was telling me about you. Are you this person, or do you have this? Like, I've heard you have a service." Like, and then that has happened to me every time I go, and I'm like, "Oh, really?" They're like, "Oh, I'm so glad you came here today because I've been meaning to call you." Oh, okay, right. So that's what's so important. You have to make the time to come, and isn't it great to get out of the office and talk to other humans? I mean, I think people
Talk
are,
about it, Mary.
if they have not been out recently, I mean, there's a couple of years we are not supposed to be out, as wet as much, but um, I was really done with the virtual life. I love being with other humans and getting that connection, and that you build those relationships, right? When you're in person,
Yes,
Brian, I think that's so
absolutely.
important.
It's
Yes,
everything.
that's awesome. Yes, exactly. Love from Uganda. Oh
Oh,
my
that's awesome.
gosh.
That is awesome.
Wow, look at that. So amazing. I'm so glad you are here. That is lovely. Yes, sprinkle away, everybody. Sprinkle away. Thank you for being. I don't want to butcher your first name. Brian, can you read what his first name is?
I can give it a go.
Izagama?
Yeah,
Izagama?
Isin Goma, possibly. Thank you so much for
Maybe.
being a part of this live.
That
Thank you
is
for the love
so
from
cool.
Uganda.
Wow, that is so awesome. Yes. And Karen said she remembers the first one that she went to. She was on the top of the mountain, right? The first event
Oh,
you went to. I love that. Yay, yay,
yeah.
yay. Okay, cool.
Amen.
Well, listen, you're a busy guy. You're out, hopefully, having a little downtime, because Brian, you're such a busy guy. I worry. I worry for you. I worry.
Oh, thank you, Barry. I
All
have a
right, well,
great
just
team that supports me.
Yes, you do. Yes, you do. So again, I just want everybody to know that this we're talking about. If you just caught on or just got onto this live, we're talking about the 15th annual Connecting Faith and Business Summit, which is happening on October 19th, which is next Thursday. And if you haven't gotten your ticket yet, please go to connectingfaithandbusiness.com, or you can also text the word faith to the number 71441, and it'll send you a link to that if you would like to get friendly text reminders. But again, you can always go to Connecting Faith and Business as well. And we hope to see you there. We hope to see your team. We hope that if you've been there before, you'll come back so you get a legacy star, which
Yes.
is so fun. So fun.
Yes.
All right. So we're going to end. We're right at about 22 minutes, Brian. We're going to go off air. We're going to take a quick picture. And then next week, we have two more of these lovely interviews. We have Hilda Kennedy herself, and also Eric
I'll
Ward.
be there.
You'll be there. You better be there. Or you'll hear the end of it, right? And then Eric Rourke, which is one of the sponsors of the event, he'll be coming on Wednesday, the day before the event, to talk about all the last minute stuff. We want to be ever present in letting people know what's happening. And again, is there anything else you want to say, Brian, before we end the show?
So, look, if you haven't seen the amount of energy between me and Mary, and that this is going to be the whole day, that alone should get you to this summit. But if you haven't heard anything else that has inspired you to be a part of this movement, and I call it a movement because that's what it is, come be empowered, come be connected, come be the best version of yourself that you didn't know you could be. Come
Come
be
be
bigger than
refreshed.
that. Come
Come be
be
refreshed. It's a
refreshed.
day that you can
Yes.
unplug or plug in. I mean, there's Wi-Fi, but you can unplug and just absorb, right?
Yeah.
Just take it all in, learn from it, so you can go back totally refreshed and rejuvenated with new ideas, new inspiration, new encouragement. I think that's so important these days that we really, I'm learning a lot, Brian, about life balance recently.
Yeah.
So
Kind of
it's
important.
something we
We
need
only
to
get
do.
one.
Exactly. Exactly. All right, cool. Oh my gosh, we have just all these lovely people. In fact, yes, from the Uganda Ford portal. I don't even know what that is. Wow, I would love for you to share more with us in the comments even after this event. So, yes, we are. We're international, Haley. Thank you so much.
Haley, you're a rock star. Oh my
Yes.
goodness.
Wow, this is amazing how we can be a part. Oh, how can we be a part in Uganda? Wow. Well,
I'll be following
we're not doing
everything.
a live stream this year, are we, Brian?
No, not this year, but we can
Okay.
look at that in future years.
Yeah, definitely. We did it a couple years ago, but it was all live. I mean, all live stream. So, but we'll definitely be posting portions of it. Is it Goma? I hope I'm saying that correctly. We'll have little portions. I'll videotape from the stage, and we'll do some fun things. But please follow along, and if there's any way we could serve you in Uganda, and maybe you can come to another event another year. I mean, you could jump on a plane today if you want and come
Just
on
saying.
out.
Just
I'm
saying.
sure that'd be fine. Yes, energizing bunnies. That's what we are. And movements move the mountains. You're right. And Brian just said this is the movement.
Ooh, that's good. Oh, I love it. This is way too much fun.
I love it. Lisa, right on the money there. You just made Brian so
Right.
happy. Okay, so now we are actually going to go. So thank you, everybody. We will see you again, same bat channel, same bat time, next Tuesday and Wednesday at 11 o'clock. We'll be doing another one of these. And again, until then, be blessed. Buy your tickets and join us. We'd love that to literally hug you. So until then, God bless. Brian,
God
stay
bless
on,
you
and
all.
we'll see you guys next week. Bye bye.
See you all at the summit.